As nonprofits head into 2026, the sector is entering a year that's less about crisis management and more about discipline, foresight, and accountability. After years of volatility driven by inflation, pandemic-era funding shifts, workforce strain, and donor uncertainty, the outlook for 2026 offers modest stabilization, but no room for complacency. According to BDO's 2026 nonprofit sector outlook, the organizations that thrive won't necessarily be the biggest or best funded. They'll be the most adaptive, transparent, and proactive. Let's start with funding. Philanthropic giving is expected to grow modestly in 2026, roughly 2 to 4% overall, but that growth will be uneven. Human services, healthcare, and education organizations are expected to remain relatively stable. Arts, culture, and international relief organizations may continue to lag. What's changed isn't just the amount of giving, it's how donors give. Donors, grantors, and corporate partners now expect measurable outcomes, financial transparency, proof of organizational resilience. This means nonprofits can no longer rely on goodwill alone. Funding is increasingly tied to performance, liquidity, and risk management. For CFOs, controllers, and boards, this creates a new set of expectations. Over-reliance on a single funding source, whether it's a major donor, a government grant, or an endowment draw, is now viewed as a material risk. Boards are asking harder questions. How many months of reserves do we really have? What happens if one major revenue stream declines? Do we have early warning indicators, or are we reacting too late? Financial reporting is shifting away from historical results toward forward-looking signals. Technology is another major theme for 2026. Cloud-based ERPs, automation, and AI-driven analytics are no longer optional. They're essential for scale, accuracy, and speed. But modernization brings new risks: cybersecurity threats, donor data privacy concerns, business continuity vulnerabilities. Technology risk is now considered a fiduciary issue, not just an IT concern. Boards increasingly expect assurance that financial systems, donor platforms, and operational tools are secure, integrated, resilient under disruption. One of the most important shifts highlighted by BDO is the merging of financial reporting and impact reporting. In 2026, donors and regulators don't just want to know how money was spent, they want to know what it achieved. This is changing the role of finance leaders. CFOs are becoming strategic storytellers, not just scorekeepers. Controllers are expected to translate numbers into mission outcomes. Impact dashboards are becoming as important as financial statements, and they're increasingly used as early warning systems, not marketing tools. Boards are also evolving. In 2026, effective boards will treat finance as a strategic discipline, not a compliance exercise. That means shifting conversations from, "Did we meet the budget?" to, "Are we prepared for volatility?" Boards are expected to engage in scenario planning, risk appetite discussions, technology and leadership succession oversight. The CFO is increasingly positioned as the board's strategic partner, guiding conversations with data, forecasts, and risk insights. The central message of BDO's outlook is mindset. Organizations that succeed in 2026 will embed a proactive finance mindset, one that treats uncertainty as input, not interruption. This includes quarterly forecasting that integrates economic and risk signals, standing scenario planning practices at both management and board levels, strong alignment between financial metrics and mission outcomes. Preparation matters more than prediction. BDO outlines 5 concrete actions nonprofits should take: quarterly scenario workshops, reassess assumptions on giving, costs, and liquidity regularly, cyber and data stress tests, simulate disruptions before they happen, mission impact dashboards, track reserves, efficiency, donor retention, and outcomes together, risk register, refresh, integrate funding, technology, and workforce risks, board education cycles, Ensure board members understand predictive KPIs and financial signals. These steps transform finance from a reporting function into a strategic engine. The takeaway is simple but powerful. In 2026, nonprofit success won't be defined by stability alone, but by foresight, discipline, and transparency. Organizations that embed proactive financial leadership into governance and operations won't just survive uncertainty, they'll shape the future of the sector.